What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Intentional Tarot. I am Poetry. I know it's been a minute since I've been here. Haven't seen my face. I haven't been doing readings. I haven't been doing readings at all for the past year. I've been off the channel for probably about 2 years. You know, you may see a little something pop up every now and then, but as far as me giving readings, it's been about 2 years since I popped off the channel. I was doing personal readings for people, which took me away from the channel itself because I was pretty new, didn't know how to balance running the channel and doing personal readings at the same time. But I am not doing personal readings at all right now. So if you are on my IG, if you're on my Twitter, and you're getting messages saying that I'm taking personal readings, that's not me, child, because I'm not doing them. I haven't done them in over a year now. But I haven't been in the right headspace, I believed, for myself to be doing just readings at all, because I thought that I was going to transfer my negative feelings into how I was translating the card. So I'm over that, beyond that. I'm still, you know, in the headspace, but I know now that it's not just me in the way I'm translating. It's not my energy translating through the cards, put it that way. So for the people who've been like subscribed to this channel and just waiting on me to return, I appreciate you sticking around. If you're new here, it's your first time watching me, thank you for coming. Hit the subscribe button, subscribe to the channel, so that way you start getting videos on a regular basis. I'm probably going to be doing some pick a card readings that's going to come up. I use a lot of different tools. So again, what I'm doing right now is just trying to refamiliarize you with me, and also me with the tools that I've used, because I have been out of practice for a while. It's going to take me some time to get my feet wet again. But like I said, I wanted to explain to you exactly who I was and what I'm going to be doing. And today I'm going to kind of go over a few of the decks that I own. I'm going to start off with the independent decks that I own. When I say independent, these are decks that I have personally bought directly from the creator. I know there's a lot of decks out there. You can probably see a bunch of them on my bed right here. A lot of decks out there that may be considered independent, and they may have went mainstream, but if I bought them from the person directly, then I consider them independent. I have so many different tools that I use to help me do readings. It's not simply tarot, but tarot is the main focus. I use oracle decks. You know, oracle decks help you get kind of better insights, help you go a little deeper dive into your introspective, you know. Kipper decks, I have those that kind of try to help you sort out things that may happen in the future. I have Lenormand decks. These are kind of more practical views on your personal everyday life. That's what these decks would be for. I also have like relationship decks. So not necessarily twin flames, but to help you break down what's going on in your relationship. I have decks that deal with astrology. And I'm still learning how to really tie in astrology to tarot, but sometimes I just do the astrology on its own. Then I have Akashic system, which also kind of helps you with connecting with past life or past personalities that you may have. I have certain things like archetype decks, help you learn about personality traits, help you could tap into your shadow side, your light and your dark side of yourself. I use Pokemon book, child. I would go through the Pokemon cards and pick out cards specifically to you and your nature. Uno cards, charms. Those are different type of things I use in addition to tarot cards. But right now we're just going to go over the independently ones that I know are independently owned that I bought from specific people. And I'm going to start off with Kickstarter. Outside of me going into a physical store, Kickstarter is probably one of the first places that I started buying decks, because I wanted stuff that was going to be original. So this first one that I bought, this is not going to be a flip through. I'll probably show you maybe one or two cards. Some of these I already got flip throughs on. I will tag them in the video if I do. Like this one specifically, it's the No Shit's Given tarot deck. This is not a tarot deck, even though the creator called it a tarot deck. I consider this an affirmation deck. I just liked it that this was supposed to be like in your face, no holds barred type of deck. So that's why I bought it. I was kind of disappointed though when I did get it. Like, this is the box, and this is kind of how the box came to. A little tuck box. It was white. It was already broke, you know. But it's things like this, mantras or affirmations that are given. And it says, whatever you are thinking about, don't do it. You know, just some guided instruction for your life. These type of things. You know what happens when you make shitty choices? Now is not the time. So this basically what this is: affirmation and mantra, periods of instruction. That's what these cards are for. I found that when it comes to my actual tarot readings, these absolutely make no sense. They don't line up at all. So when I use these cards, it's going to be a separate type of reading, just to give you some insight, right? I bought this again off of Kickstarter. I have no idea who the creator of these cards are, because again, the boxes came like this. I don't remember it all. Okay, so my next one I bought off of Kickstarter was Cosmic Cycles Tarot. I absolutely love this deck. I love the artwork. What I didn't love was the buying process. After they got off of Kickstarter, it was hard for us to get our decks, but that was during the C19 when it first happened too. So it was real hard to get our decks. But the communication between the creator, we had two different people that we was talking to, Martina Razzo and Miriam E.G. Martina Razzo was the author, Miriam E.G. was the illustrator. I would sometimes contact Martina, and then Miriam was a respond. It took me forever to get this doggone deck. I was supposed to get it like March, and it was like July when I got it. But I love the way it looked. Want to see it either way. I love the artwork. It's a very diverse tarot deck. It's a tarot card. Very diverse deck. Card stack is kind of thick, so it's kind of difficult for me to shuffle with them, but I don't care. I primarily use this deck for myself because I wanted to have a deck just for me, and I like the readings I get. Not too much like the tuck box. She has so many different versions of this deck now. It came out with gilding. It's a pink deck. It's so many different versions of this Cosmic Tarot deck. They keep releasing this same deck over and over again. I want to say I got this like 2020. They still releasing this same deck, just different versions over and over again. And like I say, I found them on Kickstarter, but I ended up talking to them after the Kickstarter end via IG. So I know they're on IG. All right, so the next one is the Titanic Tarot cards. I just thought that the artwork was absolutely stunning. When I got ready to get it, it was on Kickstarter as well. He was offering so many things to go with it, and I don't know if I can get through this box. I do not want to turn my box up, child. The first two, I know I've done unboxings on this channel. I've done an unboxing on this tarot deck. Oh my god, I can't get into it. I've done an unboxing with this deck already once too. Well, I'll be a monkey's uncle. I know I can't get into it. It's something in here. Okay, so what they did when you Kickstarter, you could pick a person that was on the Titanic, and you got their boarding pass. And that's what this is. And it's stuck inside of here. I don't know. They were supposed to be there. Ooh, check. Okay. I've never opened it. It's still sealed because I feel like this is a nice collector's item. But this is Lady Lucy Christiana and Duff Gordon's boarding passes are inside this little envelope here. That was hard, child. Okay, so this is the box. I thought it was beautifully constructed. I probably paid about $50, $60 for this. I loved it though. I did. I was like, yay, yay, yay. Oh, I dropped some cards. The back of the deck is like this here. Some pretty gold coloring. But once I got the deck, everything seemed to be, I know it's different colors, but it felt like it was monochrome. Oh, there we go. When it's different, but I didn't feel the same way in person. Maybe it's because it's matte glossy. If it was like a semi-matte, I probably would have liked it better, maybe. I don't know. But has the black gilding on it. I thought this was beautiful. Beautiful. This was a Kickstarter. I'm going to put you on pause for a second so I can pick these cards up that I just dropped. Alright, y'all. I didn't mean to cut it off, but I did. I dropped the guidebook. So, yeah, all that. I'm going to try to put everything underneath the top and see if that closes. It does. So that way it won't get stuck back in here. Boom. Kickstarter. I don't use them. I just think they're a beautiful piece of artwork. They don't call to me as tarot cards. This is the next Kickstarter I bought. It's the Arcanya. When I saw this one too, I just thought that it was going to be absolutely stunning when I saw the artwork. I love the little flip box. This actually has a book with it, like a novel, a story novel book. He created a board game with it, and he created a soundtrack music CD with it. It's not the typical tarot cards. It has like 80 cards in here, and that's because there's some of them you have duplicate cards. That's why it's 80s. But it's the standard. But I leave all the cards in there when I read them. Came with a nice little guidebook. But I thought the artwork was stunning until I got it. That's the back of it. They're kind of like almost like a plastic filling card. All the cards images came out dark too. I want to say I got this during COVID too, and he was having such a hard time getting all the print work from the printer. And when it came back, they were really dark. I mean, he had some that had errors. We had to keep trying to replace them. But yeah, I'm thinking about trying to go back and get the board game if he's still got it available and see what it's all about. It's kind of giving me D&D vibes. Yeah. So that was my last Kickstarter. All right. So moving on, I had another person from IG. This was the Astrology Answers, the Master Tarot deck. I found them on IG. It's basically the Rider-Waite card, but in big pictures, so you can see the details more clearer. So I did kind of like that. But like on the Minoras, you have to know what you're looking at. Seven of Swords, like usually they have it listed at the bottom. They don't in these. That one's the that's the Four of Swords. So yeah, only on the minors that they don't list what the extra card is. You just have to figure it out. Like this one is the Six of Pentacles. Some people call it the Six of Coins. You know. So, but I do like this that the images are a lot bigger, gives you more detail that you can interpret the card. I read intuitively. I don't use guidebooks, so I don't care that this didn't come with one. I just go off of what I feel that the card is telling me. Yeah. Okay. So the next one that I'm going to go with is Etsy. I wanted a deck that could appeal to baby mamas, you know. This is the Baby Tarot. I just thought this was so friggin' cute. These cards are huge, like oracle cards. Comes with a nice little guidebook. But look at this. It's so adorable. The Queen of Pentacles. I just thought this was so cute. So when I want to do readings for little children or readings for pregnant mothers, the Justice card. I just thought this deck was so adorable, but they are huge, like oracle cards can be. But I wanted that to go with, yeah. I just thought it was just like special. I don't know. And then plus it gives me like the little pastel colors, and maybe I could do it Easter time too or something like that. Didn't come with a guide. Oh, it does come with a guidebook. I just said it. Nice little tuck box as well. I don't use them often because of how big they are, but I absolutely love this deck. Absolutely love that. All right, so now I'm going to move on to Etsy. No. Oh, I'm doing Etsy. Okay, so the next one I have, I went on a search for black creators, and I came across this person named Crystal Banner, and I bought like everything that she had, and I realized as I'm sitting here, I'm missing a deck. And she had 4 decks that I bought. So the other one must be in my car because I was like doing daily pulls in the car. So this one, I have not opened this deck at all. This is my first time. This is like a board game deck. Okay, it's cute. I love the game of Monopoly. So this was kind of drew me in. These are the back of the cards there, right? The Wheel of Fortune is like the little boat anchor. What is that called? The boat wheel? The stern wheel? The cards are pretty simple. The Emperor is king or crown. The Queen of Cups, supportive, compassion, intuitive feelings. So you can't really do intuitive reading with these cards here. It's just basically with 3 of Cups, it's telling you it's a party going on. So with this card, probably, I'm probably be looking at the colors of the colors as well, possibly. Or all of them blue. No, they're not all blue. 6 of Swords, better things ahead that way, Better things ahead way. That was a typo. Better things ahead way. 6 of Swords. You got to know what the images are to see how these relate to you. So this is probably not a deck that I probably use often. 2 of Swords, Indecision. It's kind of telling you what the image is supposed to mean. And as an intuitive reader, I don't always see these markers here. 10 of Swords, the darkest before dawn way. Oh, way is the street. Duh. Monopoly. The darkest before dawn. So it gives you kind of like a little gloom that a dark moment is happening, but the sun will come up tomorrow. This type of what this card will give you a feel. But sometimes when I look at the 10 of Swords, I don't see, I see backstabbing, I see somebody, a change is about to happen. I see, depending on the card, somebody being overburdened. I see a lot of things, and this card doesn't give me that. So I don't know how well I will be using those cards or how I'll be implementing them. I may not, we'll see. But I wanted to support a black creator, so that's how I ended up with that one. So her next deck was an Oracle deck. So the one I'm missing is her affirmation deck. That's what I'm missing. The Oracle deck I love. They're little records. I love that. I don't know why I got a thing for round things, but the first one is Reunited, and it feels so good. All right, so on the Reunited, it says reconsideration, reunion, and togetherness. So that means that you're going to come back together with someone that you haven't seen in a long time. There may be a reconsideration of your friendship or your relationship or whatever happened. Then you might actually have a reunion and get back together, or it just may be a simple meeting, you're passing each other along the way. But that's what basically what her little Oracle deck is for. Separated. I had a song for Separated too, but I can't think of it. But I think it was Kelly Rowland. Now that we're separated, we can't. That's Avant, but I think they did a remix. We can't stand one another. Separation, no contact, disconnect. So I like the little records, and in my mind, I can find a song that's going to equate to them. No More Tears. Is that Lisa Cole Jam or something with No More Tears? I'm all cried out over you. Redemption, healing, ending difficulty. See, I can find a song. Child, that would go with these. I like these. I thought these were really cute. So this is the same girl, Crystal Banner. Again, I found her on Etsy, and I bought her shop up. Astrology deck. I freaking love her astrology deck. The Astrol-OG deck, okay? Anybody that's black know what the OG is. I'm saying, even white people may know what the OG is too, and other races may too, but still, you know what I'm saying? Usually black people associate OGs, okay? Has a little plain little guidebook in there, you know what I'm saying? But I love the way these cards look, the gold gilding. It gives you like the houses, you know, and tells you what each house is meant to obtain. It gives you the zodiacs, something that's really familiar with that zodiac sign. It also gives you the planets, you know, what these planets represent. And what else does it give you? Houses. I don't know what opposition means directly as far as the astrology goes. Can't even talk. But it tells you what it means on the card. You know, deals with confrontation and then different things that, you know, you're dealing with as far as the universe and the stars and alignment and all that good stuff is concerned. I love this deck. This is freaking beautiful. I only have one other astrology deck that normally hits, honey, hits. So, yeah. All right, so one of my most recent purchases was a Kipper deck. Kipper decks basically a fortune telling decks, kind of, and I have not used this one. This was kind of like a little fun too. I kind of bought it when the Barbie movie came out, and this kind of like went in line with the Barbie movie. But it's kind of like a fortune deck. Tells you your fortune, your future, so to speak. So you can pull cards and you have your expectations about what's going to go in life. You see the Barbie cards. They are cute, baby. They're cute. May gain sudden wealth. And see, I can read these a whole different way other than sudden wealth. Because they gambling at the casino and everything. Stuff is on the distant horizon. They got adventure with a friend, wanderlust, and voyage, you know, things like that. So Kipper cards, they're usually not this size. The Kipper cards are usually smaller. And then like she gives me a whole lot of stuff to go along with it. And I usually keep these cards. Usually if they're the same size as the deck, I would keep these in the deck itself. But it's a storytelling game here. This is a card from a game as well, called Atmosphere. She gave me a time card. Say, scream, stop at any moment you scare is banished to the black hole. Okay. Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, wants to be my neighbor. Say, real strength has to do with helping others. Just some little affirmations that she wrote on them. Gave me some discounts at Chewy's. Discounts on all decks on Etsy. Oh, this is on Etsy. The code is Chewy. And this is another 20% discount. I guess I'm supposed to meet my Prince Charming one day. You know what I'm saying? And then her calling card, thank you card. So I try to keep all that with the deck. I found this sister on, she wasn't Etsy. She's YouTube. I'm one of my YouTubers. V Love Crystals is the name of this YouTuber. She has created several decks. This is the only one that I bought so far. I may go back and buy some more from her because I love connecting with her. She got a vibe. And I think she's a black creator, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, she's a black creator. Okay. I be trying to support our black folks. I'm just trying to tell you. This one here is one of my first Oracle decks. When she announced this, she stated that it was a tarot deck. But it's not a tarot deck. It's not really even an oracle deck. It's kind of like just words of wisdom, words of affirmation as well. The wisdom of natural hair. She's a YouTuber, Makeda Wisdom as well. Some mantras, affirmations for life. I guess you would call them oracles as well. I just love the artwork on them. And it says, don't let the waters run dry. She has it in English and in French because she's French Canadian. See, like this one. It just says Herolution. There's no like statement, mantra, affirmation on this card, but I can look at the image and I just see pride and I see beauty and I see regalness. So there's a lot of different ways I can read these cards as well. Find your path, you know, things like that. As you come into a crossroad, you have to make a decision about which way you want your life to go. You know, I love this deck. I love this deck. It does not read well with other cards for me either. If I do readings from this, I have to do standalone readings for him for it to make sense to me at all. They work well with each other, if you know what I'm saying. Like, cards will connect with each other, but as far as in a reading, it usually doesn't make sense to me. But it's not for me to make sense, right? Because it's not my reading. I'll be reading for y'all. Okay, well, when I read for myself, it still don't make sense. Okay, so this next one is Sunish Chabara. She created the Bharata decks. This is an Indian deck. I freaking love this deck. It is only the major arcana. The major arcana are 1 through 20 of the tarot deck. They're not like the suits, which are like swords and stuff like that. It's just the major arcana. And look how freaking beautiful the artwork is. Usually use the major arcana cards when you're trying to look for things that are long term. So this wouldn't necessarily be used for every day, daily pulls or daily readings. But if you just want to have like some overall balance for something long term, temperance, that's what you would use just the major arcana only for. Usually in just a regular tarot reading, you got a mix of them. But her minor arcana was pip cards. And pip cards is usually like regular poker playing cards with some of the same imagery things going on. And I did the strength card twice, y'all. What that's trying to tell me. Look at that, the devil card, things like that. There's so much imagery that I see in these cards. I just freaking absolutely love them. This again is a YouTuber. Her channel does no longer exist. But once I was searching for her channel, I realized that her deck is available on places like Amazon. So if you still want to buy this, you can. But I remember talking directly to her and trying to get it from her from India. And I had a friend that was going to visit India at the time. And he was like, I will go pick it up for you and bring it back to America. So you want to have it paid the high-ass shipping charge? That's how I got this deck, baby. Okay, so this is my Happy Tarot bag. It goes with my Happy Tarot deck, but I got another deck in here. This deck is not a typical tarot deck either. It's called the Radiant. I always mess it up. Is it the Radiant Wisdom? My Independence. Where my Independence is? Yep, Radiant Wisdom Tarot by the Laughing Woman. When I first met her, she was going by the name of Grasshopper somebody. That's what her channel name was. It was like Daily Grasshopper or something like that. She has since changed their channel to her real name, which is Suzanne Kammerer. She still does like little daily readings and daily pulls. And this deck has, I think, 88 cards. The suits there's a fifth suit. So you have like water, you have earth, which is pentacles, you have fire, which could be wands. But then you have, what other cards? The water, I think I said that right. The water, 10 of water. 10 of water is 10 of cups. 3 of bridges. Bridges is the extra deck. 3 of bridges. And so for the major arcana card, you don't have like the Fool and the Hierophant and Justice. You have things like the Conformity. You know what I'm saying? You have things like Generosity. So that's how this deck is very different than a typical tarot deck, and I love it specifically for that reason. I love the imagery, even the back of the card. You see, I got one of those hanging on the back right there. Even the back of the card, I just love. Okay, so this one is from the next two and the final two, are for some really popular tarot readers, YouTubers, all of that there. This is one of the decks by Vanessa. I can never pronounce her last name. Sumanina. I forgot what her channel is called. I think it may be by the same name. I always thought that she had some very beautiful decks. They view very beautifully on YouTube, at least to me. She has such a beautiful and calming spirit that it draws me to her channel. You may know her just by her hands. Her nails are always done up. Always. Her background is always... Why am I trying to open it that way? And it's a flip box. Her backgrounds are usually always pink in color. And that's how this deck came out. So, I am loved. I am worthy. I am gentle. Got some little mantras, some little affirmations in there. I love that. Look at this deck. Look how beautifully crafted this is. Okay. Sometimes the YouTubers be going all in. This is like the Ace of Crystals. So she changed some of hers as well. Let me go through her. Got the King of Cups. Six of Diamonds. I have no idea what these are. So, if I look at Six of Diamonds, I'm going to say this is Pentacles. Because Pentacles sometimes deal with money. And the way the image is, like she's, people reaching up to her. And then the Six of Pentacles, it looks like somebody is either giving money or, or she's giving out money or something like that. It still gets the Swords. Nine of Swords. There's not a lot with the artwork that leaves it up for your own interpretation. But I still thought that pink gold, that rose gold, I just still thought this was such a beautiful deck of hers. And I wanted to support her. So this is the one I got. I don't know if this is the one I thought that I wanted though. Because like I say, by being an intuitive reader, I read a lot from imagery. The next one is by a tarot reader, instructor. What else does she does? She does a lot. Anthony. Okay. This is the Modern Love Tarot. She has a lot of different decks out as well. And I was hooked to her Facebook channel as well. And didn't realize that was the same person that I was watching on YouTube. Because on Facebook she has like a tarot group. And we were all connected to that tarot group. And when she announced this deck, I was like, wait a minute, I just saw that on YouTube and realized it was the same person. Look at the gorgeousness of the back of this deck. Sometimes I buy decks, child, just because of the back look good. And that's what I did in this one. And plus it was Ethany. So I was like, this looks good as heck. I think Ethany considers herself a witch. I don't consider myself a witch. Again, if you're not used to this channel, you don't know that. And the artwork though, I'm not too hip to it. I could probably take some deep dives. It just looked dark. I have not did a thumb through of the whole deck. I haven't did a... But the artwork, not the imagery is getting off dark, but the way it looks, visually it looks dark, which... I'm not too keen with the artwork. I thought I was. I thought just simply based off of the cover art. This is the Lover's card. Okay. I thought that I was going to be really drawn to this artwork. And I'm just not. I'm just... The Empress. Art is subjective. But I probably could do some good readings. I bought this with the hope of doing love readings with it. Specifically love readings. I don't get love from those cards. I don't. But anyway, that's Anthony. That's the last independently owned deck that I have purchased in my tarot career. My next video, I'll probably do specifically my oracle cards. I don't have that many of them. So you'll probably see Love on the Record and Wisdom of Natural Hair again in that video. And because that list is so short, I'll probably include my other tools with that, like the charms and all the other stuff that I use. So thank y'all for being here. Thank y'all for watching. Welcome back to the channel. I appreciate you. Have a good day. Peace.